என் பேர் மறவான், என்னை மறந்தால் தன்னுயிர் விடுவான். கண் கவிழ்ந்தால் வெளி போல் விரிவான், கண் திறந்தால் கணத்தில் கரைவான். வான் வருவான் தொடுவான், மழை போல் விரிவான், மர்மம் அறிவான். என்னுள் ஒளிவான், அழகில் நிமிர்வான், தொலைவில் பணிவான். கல்வம் கொண்டால் கல்லாய் உறைவான், கல்லாய் உறைவான், உறைவான். காதல் வந்தால் கனையாய் நிற்கிறான். காதல் வந்தால் கனையாய் நிற்கிறான். காதல் வந்தால் கனையாய் நிற்கிறான். காதல் வந்தால் கனையாய் நிற்கிறான். Thank you.
Thank you. Hey Aditi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I hear that you're insanely busy, back-to-back schedule, and
Yes. Good. Always nice to be busy.
yeah, and good luck for the release tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Are you nervous or like you're excited? What are you going through when you have something releasing?
100% nervous, excited also, but honestly also a bit numb because there's just so much happening, right? So you're so
Yeah.
involved with doing all of that it doesn't actually sink in. And then after it releases, I think it sinks in. Once it releases and the reactions start coming in, that's when it sinks in. Yeah. Before that, you're doing like I'm at shoot. On my days off, I'm doing promotions. So
Right, you're enjoying the process.
yes, I mean, yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching. It looks stunning. You
Thank
look
you.
amazing, as always, no doubt about it. And then, yeah, this weekend plan is to watch it, binge watch it.
Thank you.
Right. So we're good to go then. First of all, I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart to have accepted this invite, and it's my absolute honor to have you. And I've always wanted to have you in this journey, and I've had like 146 guests so far on this journey, including.
Wow.
And one of the
That's
things,
great.
yeah, you were always on my list. It's just that it's taken me this long because I've been doing this journey single-handedly. And something that I always appreciated that you have been doing is support for Sir and being there for Sir. And I'm not sure if you remember, we actually met at Khatija's wedding reception last year as well.
Oh, I love Rahman Sir. Oh my God, he's such an amazing, like everybody knows he's a great artist and he's a legend, but he's also such an amazing soul. He's
Yeah.
a Sufi soul in the true sense of the word. He's so amazing.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I absolutely appreciated your support for him, and then the fangirl in you, right? And then I could completely relate to me being a fan, and then you're his amazing fan too. And so I have been extremely keen to have you, and then it's your kindness that you accepted immediately and made this happen. So thank you.
Always happy to do whatever I can for Rahman Sir and to show my love and support for Rahman Sir. I'm always there.
Wow, I love your energy. I mean, having had back-to-back interviews and promotions and all, how do you keep yourself so calm and your energy is still somewhere here?
Honestly, I don't know. But I'm very much a person in who reacts to the person in front of me. So I'm very sensitive, and when I see, somebody in front of me who is as excited or who I find very,
You catch on the
loving,
energy.
yes, loving or encouraging, and I think that gives me a lot of energy. And I also like to do that for people around me, because I'm like,
Yeah.
people are choosing to spend their day with me, whether it's my team or my
Yeah.
friends or whatever. They choose to do that with you. And I feel like it's so important to, give love, to make them feel, happy. And, it's very important how you make people feel. And
Mhm.
I also take that energy, from people.
Of
So,
course. And do you do a lot of work inwards because it reflects on the outset? So I mean, I'm just asking you because I mean, it clearly shows, right? And yeah, I mean, I somehow catch on that energy too. I feel that you
very
do.
honestly, my mother and various people have always told me, take that time out, including Rekha ji,
Mhm.
who I love very, very much. And she has also told me this so many times: take out that time, do your yoga, do your dancing, meditate. Do I do it? No, I'm always running, running, running. But I feel like, the things that you have been exposed to since you were a little girl or a little
Mhm.
child, they stay with you through your life in many ways. And your influences, um, especially if you're open to them, and you like, I'm very much a sponge, and like I said, I react to people in front of me and all. And I think the people that I have grown up around, I think I've possibly imbibed certain things from them, and I may not realize it, but when it's pointed out to me, then I feel like maybe it has to do with that,
Correct.
and I have not gotten to a stage where I'm sitting and meditating or, doing stuff like that. I have not done it yet. But I think seeing a lot of great artists around me, uh, I have realized one thing, that artists are like I always say, I'm a 5-year old, I'm a little kid. I love to feel like that also every day, all the time. But there is a part of you also that is very rooted, that is very connected, that where, how do you, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you connect with your heart, and there can be no explanation for it. And your heart is what keeps you still. Your heart is also what soars when you're happy. So it's so important to keep that connection to the earth, to the ground, to people, to your real emotions, to be vulnerable, um uh and to also just like be free,
Yeah.
and I don't know what it is. Like I said, it's probably the people around me, and maybe I'm blessed for that. At the moment, that's all I can explain. I don't know anything.
And it's amazing. We love the way you are, and you should just continue to be the way you are and keep inspiring, because this is really inspiring. I mean, it's always inspiring, at least personally for me, to see someone really happy from the inside, and it shows outside, and I catch on that energy personally, and then I try to inspire from that, and that's why I couldn't resist asking about this. That's all.
Thank you, thank you. But really, it's the people around me also who inspire me. And like for me, like say Rahman sir, Mani sir, Sanjay Leela Bansali, my own guru Leela Samson, my mother, and so many other people. You just watch and you learn, and
Mhm.
you like I look at them as gurus, even if I'm not sitting in front of them in many ways. And yeah,
So
it's
good, so good. And so obviously, I assume that you always had a natural inclination towards music, right? Growing up, you've been surrounded
yeah,
with. And then,
sure.
yeah, and then how much of an impact does music actually have in your life?
Huge. I
Yeah.
can't ever separate myself from music and dance. And especially, I think music is so much in my being. Like
Mhm.
my mother says that I sang before I spoke. Um, my mother she used to always sing to me, and I don't know a time when I have not woken up to the sound of the tanpura. So it's so like uh, I think something that you get from the time that you're little becomes a part of your DNA. So when my mother, when she was pregnant with me, how you hold, how you hold a tambura, you hold it very close to your body and
Yeah.
you play it and you sing. So, and a child, I'm sure, takes in those vibrations. So I don't know, that is possibly the first sound that I have heard, and even growing up, I have been taken to every single music concert, classical music, of course, but music concert and dance concert also. Growing up, I've slept through them, woken up, but never made a noise. And in my own house also, I've woken up to the sound of the tanpura early in the morning. So though I never learnt music,
Right.
I mean, my mother did send me for class when I was little, but I think I didn't last more than six,
And your
7
mother
months.
herself was a teacher too, right? Or
My mother sings. My mother sings
right.
Tumri, and she's very. That's her first love, music.
Yeah.
And I I did it. In fact, when I was very little, I learned from Shubha Mudgal. I was very, very
Oh
lucky. She
wow.
supported my mother's, but I only learned for some 6, 7 months or whatever, and then I was like, my playtime. And I continued with my dance class though. I started dancing when I was 5, and Leela Ka is my guru, and I've sort of that's something again that is so much a part of me. But yeah, so
So
I didn't
amazing.
really learn music. I feel today I feel like maybe I should have learned, but I've just been surrounded by music all my life.
Yeah, and you sing amazingly well. That's the best part. I mean, I've the best part is what is something that I've noticed is any interview where any of the hosts has requested you to sing, you always sung one of Sir's songs. And
That's true. Rahman sir and Mani sir. I should have been wearing that T-shirt today. The other day I came down.
uh-huh.
It didn't strike me. I came down because they were setting up for an interview, and I was in my home T-shirt, and it says it's a set. The maths set. It says Mani Ratnam, and it says A.R.Rahman, and it says life. I'll show you the picture.
I love
And I
it.
was wearing that, and the interviewer was like, please don't change. I was like, this is my home T-shirt. I'm only ready here. That too half ready. I'm not ready here. She said, please don't change. So I gave the interview in that T-shirt. I should have worn it for your interview.
I will
What
send
did you
you
ask me? I
I will
forgot.
send you 2 t-shirts. Exclusive. And yeah, I'm sure you'll love it.
What's the question you asked me? I forgot.
The question. Oh, even I
So that
forgot.
I always sing Sir's songs.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Because when I was small, I saw Bombay and I saw Kehna Hi Kya. And I was like, I want
Was that
to
your first
do that.
encounter of ARR's music or?
Yes, Rahman sir and Mani sir. Yes,
Hmm.
that was my first
Right.
encounter, seeing a full film with
Yeah, yeah.
music. Yeah, and yeah.
Right. Wow. And then since then, you.
Then I've seen everything.
Yeah. Okay. Wow,
Since
that's
then I've
amazing.
seen and heard everything. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, not
Yeah.
everything, almost
So
everything.
do you keep up on the releases, like in terms of Sir's music releases and all, like even the
Rahman sir,
yeah.
100%. I mean, the
Oh
whole
yeah.
world does, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Rahman sir comes out with a new album or anything new that he's done, like even that orchestra that he had,
Firdaus
like, of
Orchestra.
course, yeah,
And I
100%.
loved your support even then too when Firdaus Orchestra. In fact, best part is Firdaus Orchestra guys were on my podcast 2 days before the
Wow,
concert.
how cool.
And then I saw your tweet in support of that, and I absolutely loved it. Sorry, I interrupted you.
But I mean, of course. I mean, how would I not? I mean, it's such an amazing thing. And that way, like, Rahman sir is such a lover of music,
Yeah.
that the kind of, it shows in everything that he does. Like, that's the other thing, about artists. The art is greater than the artist,
Wow.
and I have grown up around artists and I've seen that with them. Like, whenever they talk about the art, it is it's as close to God as can be, or as close to the Almighty, as close to the power that is the universe, And I think that for an artist, the art is sacred and it's much greater than the human embodiment of it, And I find that really incredible about, yeah.
Wow, so good. And how should I put it? Like, is there a daily playlist or something that you have in
Is
terms
there a
of?
daily playlist?
Mhm.
My playlist is actually quite eclectic,
Yeah.
but so I have various playlists, and I also have various playlists depending on the film I'm doing,
Yeah.
etc., etc. But I do have a playlist that has a lot of Rahman Sir songs on it.
Like which
A
ones? Like what
lot.
songs?
100% everything from Carterville Day. I'm sorry, but I
Man,
think
you have no idea how much I was addicted to that soundtrack when it came out. And this Jugni track, for example, was in a loop for 2 weeks. I couldn't get it out of my head. And then
yeah.
each and every track after that, one, I can't, don't even want to talk about it.
Every time somebody, from another film set, they'll come up to me and they'll be like, that song, that the visuals, there's that. I feel like I get goosebumps. I feel so happy. Like I had anything to do with it. No, it was all Mani Sir, Rahman Sir, Vrinda Master, Ravi Sir. But I'm just like, I'm so grateful that I could be in that place and, they gave this to me. So yeah, of course, all songs from Katriveli Day, Dil Se, Bombay, some of Sir's older music, Roja,
Tirada, tirada.
Tirda Tirda. Oh my God. Then CCB. I'm saying all Manisa Rahman Sir
Yeah, yeah,
combination.
of course. Then
Then
you are.
Yuva. Then you say, I'll say yes or no.
99 songs?
99 songs actually. I don't have the songs on my playlist, but
But you
I've
have
heard
heard.
them.
You liked
I've
it?
heard them. I've actually not even seen it. But
Huh? Oh.
yeah. I want to watch it. I
Yeah,
will.
right. Okay.
Then even this Kadal Desam? No.
Yeah, of course.
Kadal Desam. Then
The director of that was also on the podcast, and he was loving reminiscing those memories.
yeah. Then so many. Then there's that I don't know how to I don't know the words, but ta na 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 ta na 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 na
Ah, yeah, புதிய முகம்.
that
கண்ணுக்கு மை அழகு.
yes
Man, I
that
feel like I'm just looking at my reflection on the other end.
lots.
See, I was absolutely right with my gut feel to have you on board for this
But
podcast.
feel the whole world knows how much I love Rahman sir. There's no gut feel. Not hiding no emotions.
And now obviously working with Mani sir, right? And of course he has promised that he's coming on the podcast as well. This journey cannot end
Really?
without the podcast, without him.
Oh my God. I'm going to watch that for sure.
Yeah, and so of course I love him. I met him at the wedding as well when he was there, and then funny enough, you won't believe this. So I was flying from Chennai to Bangalore. I was on my way back, and then I was at the airport, Chennai airport, waiting there. And guess what? Mani sir comes and sits next to me. And
Wow.
funny enough, I was wearing a T-shirt that actually said ARMANI, Armani, but it was AR Money.
That's how cool.
And Mani sir was like, "You knew I was coming, is it?" So, of course, working with Mani sir, I mean, what is it like working with him? Just out of curiosity, because he's a man of few words, but I just want to know what is it like at the sets when he's around and
No, honestly, that question is like saying, what is the universe like? Can you describe the universe? I can't. I mean, like for me, it was a dream. Like I became an actor because
yeah,
I dreamt of being a Maniratnam heroine. That was my dream. I want to be a Maniratnam heroine. And it's just his mind, his way of working, how he, just the whole process of being on set with him, on listening, on that creative journey that he takes you on. And it's the first time, when I worked with Manisa and KV, you imagine something about a person, and then that person, when they're in front of you, they are that much more, And Manisa is really a guru to me, in every way. And he changed my life in many, 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 many ways. And I think today, how I work, what I dream of, the experiences that I crave for have come from experiencing that joy on Manisa's set, So it's like, I always, today, when I'm asked about, working, etc., I always say, I always crave to be a 5-year-old on a set. And I felt like that on Manisa's set, where he just lets you play. And you're on a playground and you're hanging on a jungle gym. And that playground is very organized on time. But you are given so much freedom to play, to explore, to be fearless. And to hang upside down on the jungle gym. And you know that if you fall, Manisa will catch you and put you back on the jungle gym and say, play.
Wow.
And that's a very amazing feeling to have a director who you love and respect, who challenges you, who pushes you, who wants the best for you, and also nurtures you, and from whom you can learn every second of of your time that you spend on the set. And it's not just for me, it's for every single department on Manisa's set. And I love just being on set. When I'm on Manisa's set, I will not go to the van. I just want to be on set, unless I'm dying and it's very hot. But I just love to be there. I will help somewhere. I will pick up some art, something. I will like keep watching what is happening. I really enjoy it.
Wow, it's so good.
Much fun. I love Manisa. I mean, really, he's yeah. And everything I think of as cinema, I like think of Manisa.
So, what sort of conversations would you have with him, like outside of the movie? That's what, like in general, like just general, or does he even have conversations of that sort, or can you talk about anything?
Of course he does, but the conversations you have with people, I feel is something that if there's something is very sacrosanct, and you don't like talk about it to people, because these are great people. And but yeah, I mean, we are lucky to spend time with people like Mani Sir and Rahman Sir, or Sanjay Sir, or all the people that I've worked with. Honestly, 100%. Have really been incredible people, and I feel it's, for me, I like to listen to them and absorb, rather than think of it as we're having a conversation about something, whatever. No, it's like I want to listen. I want to listen to whatever it is that you're saying, whether it's about life or whether it's about art, or whether it's about basic stuff like discipline or whatever, just practical things. I like to listen and I like to learn. And
right. Amazing. And I'm sure you'll continue to do that in the future as well. And I wanted to know, I was just curious, I was thinking about it this morning. So the folks from Sir's, AR Sir's team have also been on the podcast. And then what they basically said was, even Bijoy was there, by the way, on the podcast. And in fact, it was Bijoy who told me this. He said that when you go out for a shoot, let's say it's a song sequence, you get what's called the shooting mix of the track. And then, the shoot happens and everything else that happens too. So, and you being a fan, what I wanted to know was, the shooting mix is obviously not a fully produced track. Or unless it's almost produced, I don't know. So, yeah, you would have probably heard sort of a brand new version 2.0 of the track when the track actually releases, right? So, what was it like when you heard the shooting mixes and being on the set for the movies that you worked on?
Mostly I was pinching myself that I'm on Manisa's film dancing to Rahman Sir's music. I mean, like, this is what I dreamt of doing. So mostly I was pinching myself. I was making people pinch me. Am I alive? Is this really happening? The thing is, as and my mother told me a story about miniature painters. And she said that when miniature painters used to paint, there's so much detail in what they did, that every day when they made 5 lines of the painting, when they shut the painting for the day, they would say, this is perfect and this is complete. And I think for an artist who really, really loves what they do, even a non-final mix is beautiful and it is complete. And it is something that you cherish and love because they make it with love and pride,
Of course.
And it is sacred. And that is a creation that is beautiful. So I actually, whatever creation that comes to set and what I've heard on set and whatever changes happen later, like in Van, I remember flute, certain things, that came in later.
Yeah.
I mean, as it was beautiful, and whatever Rahman Sir did to it later was also beautiful.
Right.
It's a creative mind, playing with their creation, and I think it's so nice.
Wow.
It's so cool to be able to hear both versions of it.
Of course.
Actually, that's what's the most thrilling. That, my God, you heard this and it was amazing, and then you heard this and I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. So it's that.
So did you get hooked to all the songs when you heard it for the first time, or did it take a while for you, or which usually happens for some of ARR Sir's songs?
Yeah, they get into your, like I always say, they get into your bloodstream and then they're just there for life. But they enter your bloodstream intravenously, slowly. Some of them are immediate. Like, so the song that I immediately wanted to jump up and dance to was Sarate Vandil. I was like,
okay.
Oh my God, what a song. It's so cool. It's so fun. I guess also that particular folky style is not something I had heard so much,
Yeah.
So it was really cool and I loved it. Aragi, of course, because I was just like, oh my God, thanks. And then I heard Van last.
Is that right? Like, okay.
Am I really going to get this song? It's like a fairy. The song was like a fairy. And the song was only like, you felt like the song itself was like floating in a cloud on a snowflake. And it's got that vibe. And I was like, oh, this is my song. I'm singing it. Oh my God. Yeah.
And what was it like filming for it? I mean, visuals are stunning, no doubt. It's insane. And what was it like when Mani Sir was about to shoot that song? And
I remember when we were shooting the Tango. We were shooting nights, and on the last night, and only 2 nights we shot, and on the last night, a bead from the costume, Karthi basically had to lift me and turn and say a dialogue, and for whatever reason, we had to keep repeating it.
Yeah.
And a bead from the costume kept going into my skin. And I felt like something is hurting me. Right. But I didn't want to say anything because we were all in the flow. And the moment Sir got his shot, it was, I think, about the 11th or 12th shot or take or whatever. And Sir got his shot. And I was like, can I have 2 minutes? I just need to check something. And I went to the van and my back was bleeding. And the bead had gone and got stuck in my skin.
No.
And then the stylist, Eka Lakhani, she came and she was almost in tears. And I was like, quickly bandage it. We have to go back to set. So we bandaged it, went back to set. And next thing, I don't know whether it was Drishti or what. We finished that song that day with that still bleeding back. We moved on to Sarate Vandile, which is a holy song.
Yeah.
There is color and water, and I was dancing. And soon after we started shooting, I got a catch in my waist.
Oh.
The entire song is like hip movement. And I was like, oh my God. And I didn't want to waste time. And I was popping painkillers and we needed to get a physiotherapist. And I kept popping painkillers, doing physiotherapy and doing this. So I remember that shoot so well. And I was like, I cannot delay shoot. And we shot that like that. And then Van was also a great fun, crazy experience because we were in some minus 17. And
Wow.
when I tell people that we shot we were shooting in Serbia and we
Mhm.
had light only for about 4 or 5 hours.
Mhm.
And we shot the entire song in that much time.
Wow.
And nobody believes that. Yeah. And
It, it,
I was so cold. And Manisa likes makeup free face, right? And my nose was red like Rudolph, and I couldn't feel my fingers and toes.
oof.
And they kept trying to come in to cover it, and Manisa was like, "Leave it." And so I have that Rudolph nose through the song. And then there was one portion where Manisa wanted me to just play with the snow. And I did a split in the snow. Why I did a split? It was so cold I couldn't get up only. Brinda Master was laughing so much. She was like, Manisa said split. So she split. And then she couldn't get up. It was hilarious. Fun it was. A lot of
Wow.
fun.
So does it bring back memories whenever you play any of those songs, like on your playlist or when it plays
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
car or something?
But all happy, fun memories. It was
Hmm.
a lot of very challenging. But
Yeah.
that's what's fun. I
Yeah.
remember there's a shot where I run and I jump, on Karti's arm,
Yeah. Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
and it was full snow, and there was a steep, like a cliff kind of thing
Yeah.
right there. It was like it was mad. That shit was a lot of fun. It was mad.
Wow. And I
Yeah,
also heard
but
that your Manisha's pet. Somebody told me that.
I love Manisa.
Somebody from Madras told
Parent
me.
Guru is like I am what I am and what I dream. I believe in my dreams because of Manisa.
So good. And meeting Rahman sir for the first time. Any
My
memories?
God, it was surreal. But I want to go to a studio once. And
You haven't
I
been?
want to one day record a song with Rahman
Hey,
sir.
you sang with him though.
Yeah, and that itself was crazy. Except that I was dying and everybody made so much fun of me because I'm only looking at Rahman sir and I look like a very like a scared school kid singing. But it was very
No,
scary. I
you
spent
did
a
really
whole time
well.
on stage. But it's very scary. But I'm like, I want to record a song with Rahman sir. One
100%. I'm
day.
sure it'll happen. You know what? I will extract this clip and share it to him.
Sure he knows.
And so, what was it like rehearsing with him to perform at IFA?
I went for every rehearsal. Even when I wasn't called, I would land up there for rehearsal. And the last day, in fact, when they were rehearsing at the MetLife Stadium,
Yeah.
I landed up for rehearsal. So the organizers were like, very committed, whatever. So I was like, no, I'm scared. What committed? I'm dying. And then I told Rahman sir, can't I sing +1, please? He was like, not at all. You don't need. So, and then nobody in his concerts sings to a
Yeah.
track. They all sing live. And then I was like, please, can I have a rehearsal? He was like, you don't need. When you're scared, you look at me. Whole thing, I'm only looking at him.
And I'm sure if you watch the video, he actually looks at you too when you're singing.
Because
And
he knew I was so scared and he's so kind. He was like, if I don't look at her, she'll run. No, he's so sweet. He's very sweet.
yeah.
So caring. And he's so perceptive. He knew I was really scared. And
Mm,
basically, also, I didn't want to let him down. It's a beautiful song. It's
yeah.
been sung so beautifully by Sasha. And I was like, I'm not a singer. And I want to do I want to sing the song honestly, with love, and
You
with
did,
respect to Rahman sir.
which you did.
I
100%.
hope so.
Yeah, and that's the best part about it. So it was very soulful. I watched the video and then it was amazing. And then, in fact, even in every tiny bits that you've sung in your other interviews, it has been soulful. It was never for the heck of it or something, and I could feel it. So it's amazing. So, and the best part is when I remember during Carter Day promotions and all, whenever, almost every interviewer asked you to sing, I think. And then I kept wondering, is that you has actually sung the song or, and yeah, but of course it was so good.
I was in Kerala and in Calicut, and somebody pointed at me and said, Van Varuvan. I was like, wow, that's my name now.
And remember any of the conversations that you have had with Sir, aside from the rehearsals, like in general, AR Sir?
No, I'm not going to now. But I remember in when we were promoting for KV, we were in Dubai. We'd gone for a premiere there, and we were all traveling to the venue. And Rahman sir said, "Okay, you sing now." I was in front of you. Sing, sing, sing. That's all I remember. I died. But I was so excited.
Wow. Okay. And so what else? So in terms of the fact that, like, of course, music plays a huge role in all our lives. And in fact, it plays, well, I mean, I have to be honest, like I pull myself out when I'm, I've hit rock bottom and stuff like that. So like, what do you do? Like how do you deal with, like, if you hit your lows and things like that? And is music your go-to thing, or what do you usually do?
Music is like
In general.
exhilarating. I mean, for any time, music, I think, is always by my side, at least. And I know that it's very healing for some people. And like, I have different playlists for movies. I don't think it's a very conscious thing. Instinctively, you pick certain kinds of songs because I think music, transports you into a particular, it makes you feel a particular way. It transports you into a particular kind of memory, space, or and it's very powerful. I mean, it's very hard for me to now tell you or describe. It's way bigger than I can explain. And that's why it has the kind of impact it does on gazillions of people,
100%. And this is a question that a number of your fans had messaged me to ask you: when is Gandhi Talks coming? Because, and the fact that Sir has composed the music for that too, right?
This question should be asked to the director and to Vijay Sethupathi.
But it's coming, right?
I hope so. I don't know. I'm very busy shooting. I have no idea. But yes, I'm sure it is. I'm sure they're all working on it. Rahman sir also, I think, there's some music that has to be some song that has to be shot.
Oh, so there are songs in it. Okay, that's exactly probably.
This is what I think. I mean, if Rahman sir is doing the music, there must be songs.
So the thumbnail is going to be Aditi says there are songs in Gandhi Talks. No, I'm just joking. He's
a music composer, so I'm sure there are songs in it. He's not doing the editing, no?
No, yeah. So the thing is, I mean, a number of your fans have obviously given me a list of songs for me to request you to sing, but I'm not going to bombard you with that. I will get, I don't want you to walk away from the interview, but is there something that, I mean, maybe a couple of lines of a song that's super close to your heart?
Super close to my heart. Many are there. Okay, I'll sing the one that made me want to be an actor, which is Kehna Hi Kya.
Oh, super.
It's a very difficult song, and I'm a very tired human being. I'm going to try.
I'm sorry.
कहना ही क्या ये नए एक अनजान से जो मिले चलने लगे मोहब्बत के जैसे ये सिलसिले अरमान आए ऐसे दिल में खिले जिनको कभी मैं ना जानूं वो हमसे हम उनसे कभी ना मिले कैसे मिले दिल ना जानो अब क्या करें क्या नाम ले कैसे उन्हें मैं पुकारूं कहना ही क्या एक अनजान से जो मिले.
So
okay, no.
I love it. I
tried singing this.
Maybe one more, 2 lines of Kabhi Neem. I think you do that well too.
I'm so hungry. Okay, let me try. कभी नीम नीम कभी शहद शहद कभी नर्म नर्म कभी सख्त सख्त मोरा पिया मोरा पिया है, नजरों के तीर में बसा है प्यार, जब भी चला है वो दिल के पार, लज्जा से मरे रे ये जिया पिया, लज्जा से मरे रे ये जिया पिया रे, लज्जा से मरे रे ये जिया.
Wow, I love it.
I have sung for my supper and my breakfast, lunch.
Do people at the sets annoy you as well to get you to sing?
Sorry?
Do people at the sets annoy you as well to get you to sing?
No, very few people know I can sing.
Is that right? No way.
Or I enjoy singing. No. No, nobody annoys me. The thing is, I used to be very shy to sing. Now I'm not. Rahman Sir is a part of this, a part of this process. I used to be very shy to sing. Now I sing little more happily. Plus, I'm like, if somebody put me in a spot like this, like how you have,
and I'm sorry,
then I can't say no, na. It's very tough.
No, you've been
I'll
kind
be
to
such
say
a horrible
yes,
person if I say no.
No, there have been people who said no. So.
But I can't say no. I don't have it in me to be a mean person.
So, coming towards the end of the podcast, I'll let you go in a few minutes. I know for the fact that you're super busy and back-to-back schedule. Message for Sir via this podcast, and I will share this with him. Say this to him, brother.
I love you, Rahman Sir. And how much ever I say is less. And one day I will come into a studio and record for you.
Superb. And let's manifest this. And anything that you want to talk about that I may not have touched on, or it can be anything under the sun?
Not at all.
Okay.
Everything you asked me.
And anything that you want to convey to your fans via this podcast?
I love them and thank you so much for all the love. It makes me want to wake up at whatever time of the morning and get to set and to do exciting things for you.
Superb. And one last thing, top 5 songs. You don't have to sing, you just have to list it. Top 5 songs, just 5.
No, I cannot play this game because there are more than 5 songs. This game is not being played.
Okay, cool. I accept it. Cool. Aditi, I had so much fun. I was also conscious about the fact that you have back-to-back interviews and stuff. So, just wanted to be a little considerate at the least.
Thank you. I'm also very hungry. I haven't eaten since.
I love your honesty. Thank you so much.